Welcome back to the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. Huge news day, my friends. Fidelity is going to allow investors to add Bitcoin to their 401ks, essentially their retirement accounts. And they're doing this outside of a Bitcoin spot ETF. This is a huge development. And what we also saw is that MicroStrategy, and Michael Saylor tweeted about this, that they're going to offer their employees the ability to add Bitcoin to their retirement accounts as well. So huge development. And I don't think this is a coincidence. I think Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy, knew about what was coming. And guys, it starts with Bitcoin, and then it will be, all coins will get added after that. In addition, we have some Wall Streeters who are starting a crypto exchange. We got some folks from Jefferies and other major firms. Wall Streeters are starting crypto exchanges now. Do you see where we're headed? This asset class is going to go to full mass adoption and mainstream, and everybody's jumping in now. Now, before we get to it, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. It helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. If you're listening on a podcast site, please give me a 5-star rating. Quick word from our sponsor, and that is iTrust Capital, which allows you to trade crypto within a retirement account, essentially an IRA. They have 25 plus cryptocurrencies. There are no monthly fees, no subscriptions. It's free to sign up. In fact, if you use my link in the description, you can get a $100 funding bonus. iTrust Capital has a full mobile app, both on iOS and Android, and they use top of the level security. So you don't have to worry about hacks or your crypto getting stolen. They use Coinbase custody, which a lot of institutions use, and Fireblocks. And guys, you can only imagine here that trading within a retirement account has huge tax benefits and savings. So it is worth checking out. Go sign up and see if it's for you. Link in the description. A quick note here, guys, a very interesting day today. And Satoshi Nakamoto, who's the founder of Bitcoin, but we don't know if that's a person or a group. Well, 11 years ago today, Satoshi Nakamoto disappeared. And Dan Held of Kraken tweeted out the following. He said, "This removed a critical centralized attack vector, the founder leader. Few other crypto projects can claim the same." Absolutely. I think this is a significant part of what makes Bitcoin unique and has made it very successful. And I hold Bitcoin. I'm bullish on Bitcoin. I think it's digital gold because of its scarcity, obviously being the first blockchain, the first crypto in the market. It has the branding. It's getting the adoption from institutions and retail investors. Countries are obviously making it legal tender. Corporates are adding it to their balance sheet. So I think Bitcoin's here to stay, but I don't believe Bitcoin's the only winner in the crypto market. Obviously, there's others. I hold Ethereum, XRP, Cardano, Algorand, and so forth. I think there's going to be multiple winners, but there's going to be losers as well. We've seen this in every asset class. So it's important to diversify, and I think holding Bitcoin is smart. As just think of it as gold, but it's digital, of course, with better principles and features. So it's just an interesting set of information here that Satoshi Nakamoto disappeared. And I don't know if we'll ever know who Satoshi Nakamoto is, and maybe that's for the best. So just want to let you guys know about that. All right, let's jump into the big news. Fidelity plans to let investors put a Bitcoin account in their 401ks, the first major retirement plan provider to do so. Guys, this is groundbreaking. This is a huge domino, and I think it's going to open the door for many other firms that provide retirement services and so forth. And there's a lot of capital sitting in retirement accounts. We're talking trillions. And this is getting mainstream coverage, this news. Wall Street Journal covered it. I saw it on CNN and many other mainstream news outlets. So it says here, the investment giant's move could send cryptocurrency investing further into mainstream if employers decide to offer the option. And I think they will. We're already seeing the tide changing here, where mostly the younger crowd, millennials and so forth, are looking to invest in crypto versus traditional assets like gold, right? So they want it, they're buying it. So if there's an option to put it in their 401k, I think it makes sense, and they can get tax savings. I think it makes sense, right? So let me give you some more details. The other aspect to this, guys, is that MicroStrategy said they're going to offer their respective workers the option to put Bitcoin in their 401ks via Fidelity. So I think this news was timed. The two were probably working on this. So CEO Michael Saylor's tweet comes the same day Fidelity said it will begin offering Bitcoin investments in its 401ks accounts later this year. So earlier Tuesday, Fidelity said it would give corporations who use its retirement savings rails a Bitcoin investment option later this year. Fidelity is one of the largest 401k providers, working with 23,000 corporations. Guys, this is a huge milestone for the crypto market. The move is a further signal of the legitimatization of Bitcoin, although with the crypto's wild price swings, it's hardly a safe bet for the faint of heart. Obviously, the crypto market is volatile, but if you're only looking at it from, oh, the prices drop, but then you don't look at the massive pumps that happen in this market, then you're not looking at it holistically. There's such a great opportunity to make money. And yes, you have to stomach the volatility, but the swings that go very low also take us very high. I've said it time and time again. So MicroStrategy, guys, they're going to offer their employees Bitcoin retirement, and this is going to be through Fidelity's service. So as you can imagine, Michael Saylor is probably going to be talking to a lot of corporations. Remember they did their Bitcoin for Corporations event every year, helping folks to understand how to put Bitcoin in their balance sheet. Now, the problem is, though, I don't see any details as to how they're doing this outside of a Bitcoin ETF. And that's what I'm trying to get details on. Maybe we'll get further details as they release it. But right now, they said they're going to do it. And I'm very curious how they're going to do it, because maybe they got some sort of regulatory clearance. Maybe they're doing some sort of proxy setup. I don't know what, but we'll see. Maybe they're willing to take the risk, because many companies want to add Bitcoin to their balance sheet and offer these services, but there's compliance and risk and so forth, right? And they can't touch it, but they can do it through an ETF, which offers a lot of protections, right? So I think we'll get more details, but remember, my friends, whether you love or hate Bitcoin, this is huge, and it opens the door for altcoins. We've seen the adoption flow via Bitcoin first, and then they'll add Ethereum and all the other altcoins. So huge day for the market. I know the price doesn't reflect that. I'm aware of that. But if you're looking macro level, this is huge. And remember, it's not officially offered yet. It's going to come later this year. So I think we'll get more details as things progress. So Michael Saylor, of course, tweeted this out and talked about, what he's trying to do and doing it with Fidelity and yada, yada. He went on TV as well on CNBC to talk about it. And this is getting, once again, mainstream coverage. Now, look at this, my friends. Fort Worth, Texas becomes the first city government in the US to mine Bitcoin. Guys, I was saying it for years and years. Those of you who are my OG listeners and subscribers, I've been talking about this, the Bitcoin mining wars. I said US was not going to let China control Bitcoin, and that they were going to make moves to grab the control of the hash rate. And right now, the United States leads in Bitcoin mining. Now, all of these states, especially Texas, are setting up shop with mining and huge business and jobs being created. And now you have the government looking to mine crypto. This is just amazing, guys. This is so significant. I think this is a very historic day for the crypto market. Price aside, this is huge. You can imagine this is going to go from city to state, and then I think federal, guys, because Bitcoin and crypto is going to become a geopolitical power play now. This thing is here to stay, as we can see, and the governments, as you can see, are using the technology, the blockchain technology, to tokenize fiat and make CBDCs. We are headed to the digital token economy. And the sooner you understand what is coming, it will give you the patience and the macro perspective as to how big this asset class is going to be. I've said it time and time again, and it's not hyperbole. This is going to be the greatest asset class ever. Under the umbrella of crypto, you're going to have full tokenization of assets, securities, real estate, anything you could think about, artwork, and we're already seeing that, right? And obviously you have your Bitcoins, your digital assets, your whatever else, right? Guys, CBDCs and all that, it's coming. Stable coins. Well, we are already seeing the path being laid out, and it's just a matter of getting over certain hurdles like regulations and so forth. But once again, I don't care if you hate Bitcoin and you don't hold Bitcoin. You can't tell me this is not significant and bullish news. And as we've seen it time and time again, it opens the door for altcoins and these respective folks to start using smart contract platforms and blockchains and so forth. So the mayor of Fort Worth, it's Fort Worth, Texas. My goodness. Mayor Maddie Parker, she tweeted out, Fort Worth, the city of cowboys and culture and crypto Bitcoin. I'm trying to get an interview with her. And by the way, guys, I'm interviewing Congressman Pete Sessions this week, who's out of Texas. And we're going to talk about Texas and Bitcoin because Texas is certainly leading in Bitcoin mining and crypto. Their governor, Greg Abbott, of course, passed some really great crypto regulations. So a lot of crypto companies are actually going to Texas, and it's not just about Bitcoin there, but obviously Bitcoin mining is booming. And we're seeing a lot of energy companies monetizing excess energy, gas flares, all those things, and using it towards mining. And they're able to increase profitability and not let that energy go to waste. So huge news, my friends, huge news. Something I want to let you guys know about, and well, before I actually get to that, let me share this news with you guys. Ex-Jefferies executives, former Euronext FX CTO to launch crypto exchange. If you know who Jefferies is, or the company, an investment firm, you would realize how big this is. We were talking about it for years, guys. These Wall Streeters are not going to sit by and let, these crypto startups and so forth make all the money. They're coming, and they're going to launch their own platforms and exchanges. So Crossover Markets Group seeks to serve traditional FI institutions and crypto native firms looking for low latency infrastructure. Anthony Mazaris and Brandon Mulvihill, former heads of foreign exchange prime brokerage at Jefferies, team up with Euronext FX CTO Vlad Ryzin. The company is finalizing its seed funding round and plans to launch later this year. And they're looking to build a cryptocurrency exchange targeting institutional investors. They know the game, they know the crowd, they know who they're going after. Obviously, right? That's the circles they move in. And they're saying, hey, we're going to launch our exchange. We have the connections. We know the Wall Streeters. We know how they operate. And we're going to build, an on-ramp here for these institutional players. Guys, I posed a question, maybe for some of those of you who are new, who are listening. Do you see what is happening here? And this is happening despite the price not doing jack, right? The price is boring right now. You look at the markets like, Bitcoin moving sideways, all coins are following, and it's just boring. We're not pumping, we're not hitting new all-time highs. Yes, that happened last year, but these guys know there's money on the table here. They know we haven't hit full mainstream adoption, and I hope you see it as well. Finally, and this is great news, I'm trying to get an interview with Mark Cuban, so you guys can tweet at him and ask him to have an interview with me. But guys, this is huge news. Mark Cuban, who has won a case against the SEC, is teaming up with Elon Musk and a bunch of other folks. The tweet says here, it's former ACLU President Nadine Strossen and other 10 liberty-minded organizations are asking the Supreme Court to review the SEC's unconstitutional gag rules as we see in Rommel versus SEC. They're going after the SEC. And we know Elon has tweeted he's putting together a case. this is good because these guys are obviously investing in crypto as well. And they know what's going on with Gensler and him roadblocking a lot of things. So this is big. The SEC's got a big target on its back. Obviously, a lot of crypto retail investors and so forth are upset. People in the crypto industry are upset, and just overall. So I think the SEC is in trouble here. I think Congress will have to act. Maybe there's an overhaul or just a house cleaning that has to happen here with the SEC. So, guys, I see this as something good, and that's why we have to keep tweeting, contacting our representatives, put out content, calling out the SEC and their hypocrisy. Obviously, we've been covering on that a lot, what they've been doing to crypto companies, shaking them down. Obviously, the Ripple lawsuit, library, and so forth. The major conflicts of interest with Bill Hinman and Jake Clayton. So keep calling them out, keep putting the pressure. Use social media to your advantage. Our voices are being heard, our tweets are being seen, our content's being seen. Look at what we did with the infrastructure bill situation. So people are paying attention. So we got to keep going. And we got some big names like Mark Cuban, obviously Elon, and others that are here fighting against the SEC as well. All right, guys, that's the news. Let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button, and I'll talk to you all later.